Yes, as you were at the top of the table heading into a double match week out in the Championship, Blackburn Rovers remain cream of the crop, but who's going to catch them this coming midweek? We're going to take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks. Babs giving a prediction video today with forward match number 4 out in the Championship, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe and bang up to all things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roof. Of course, Rovers are still top of the table, winning 3 out of 3 after a fantastic result up against bloody West Bromwich Albion. But will we still be there? Of course, heading into match day number 4 or heading into match number 5. Of course, we'll take a look at that and, of course, more in just a second. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. You know who you are. But anyway, let's get into it. Of course, I'm just logging into the Super Brew because we have to check that out in a second. But we're talking about this, guys. Where are you? Where are you? It's this. It is the Sky Bet Championship. We're talking about this. That's right. The games that were, of course, completed on Sunday. And let's go through them one by one. See how you guys got on and see how I got on. Of course, moving forward. Of course, Watford against Burnley. I called it. Did I call it 2-1 win for me? It was a 1-0 win in the end. Happy fucking days, of course. Burnley finding what life is like here in the Championship. Now, with a defeat, Cardiff 2-0 winners over Birmingham. I went with a 1-0 win myself. Ain't too shabby on that badger either. Sunderland with a 1-0 win over QPR. 2-2 was the final score in the end. Good result that for QPR. Meanwhile, Blackpool against Swansea. Swansea picked up a 1-0 win. I went with that as well. Ain't too shabby, am I? Got the one bang on the nose, bang on the fucking nose, boys. Millwall with the 2-0 win over Coventry. Went the 3-2 win was the final score of that one again. Look at me. Look at bloody me. I might be doing all right in the old Super Brew here, boys. Huddersfield Town with a draw against Stoke was my shout. Was a 3-1 win in the end. Hull City did lose to... sorry, no, they didn't. They did win over Norwich. A big result that was. 2-1 win it was the other way. Luton Town lost to Preston. 1-0 loss there. 2-0 win it was for me. Rotherham with a big over Reading. I went the 2-1. It was a 4-0. Wigan with a 1-0 win was my pick. 1-1 was the final score. Borough 2-1 win over Sheffield. Now 2-2 it was the final score. And Rovers was a draw. But guess what? It was a 2-1 win. I'll take it all day long, laddios. Of course, let's take a little look at, of course, how the table looks at the moment. Let's just take a picture. Take a bloody picture. See how you get on with this badger, and then, of course, we will rocket to it drops in a second. Down the third table, Coventry, Bristol City, and Norwich going down as it stands. What about the old Super Brew then, shall we? Let's throw it into the mixer right here, and of course, soak it up. This is me. This is my things. I got 5, 1 exact. Don't know what that equates to, but let's have a look. I'm actually in 19th right now, so out of 67, so around about top third. This is, of course, for this round 3. Cookie Jack came out there with 16 points. Well done to him. Kieran Garrity, BRFC, is up there with 13.5, as well as Gordo Gaming. Where am I? Where am I? I don't think I did that. Where the heck am I? I've just clocked it. Shepherd's there, legendary. Vinny Hong with the wooden spoon. He's on the climb. I cannot see myself. Can you spot me? We don't want to chew on this too long. There I am. Don't even know what rank that is, but we're up there. But of course, that's just round 3. What about the overall leaderboard then, shall we? Sorry, the game is busy. Please check in a few. Can we see on this hand side? I think this is the top 50. Top 50. I'm in 19th, of course. Is that? That is just this week's action. Well, again, we're going to have to bring that bang up to. You can check it yourself, of course, but we are coming at you very, very fast. We are coming at you very, very fast for the overall grand scheme of things. If there were any way to do it, yeah, it's thinking about it. It does this. We have to figure a way around this, but of course it is a double match week, so well done to those guys kicking ass and taking names. If you want to get involved, /EFL Champ. It is free to enter. You can still get in there now, and as you can see, you can do very, very well each individual match weeks, and of course you can get yourself a shit ton of the points moving forward. So get involved, get amongst it, and get your name in lights for the next game, which are these. And we are going to jump in the deep end now and take a look at these games, which will take place on the days of Tuesday, August the 16th, and Wednesday, August the 17th. We're going to jump in the deep end with the first one. It is the Troy Deeney Derby. It is, of course, Birmingham up against Watford at the St Andrews. Played the 24 times in 1983. 8 wins for Birmingham, 12 wins for Watford, and we've got 4 draws. Of course, just 1 win in 6 though for Birmingham right now. 25% form for them up against the Watford side. Unbeaten in the last 5. Pick up 3 wins and a couple of draws. draws as well. Last time around, over at St Andrews was a 1-0 win for Watford. That was back in December 2020. In fact, Watford have won 3 in the bounce against Birmingham and haven't conceded a goal against them. They also come to us on the back of that 1-0 win over Burnley. Birmingham with a 1-0 loss against Cardiff. The odds for this one, we have 12-5 as your victory. That is your Birmingham. 12-5 is your draw. 11-10 on is your high-flying, of course, promotion-chasing Watford. Of course, back in, of course, Watford with a 2-1 win for them on the road. Because Birmingham, despite all the wobbles off concerns off the field, are doing A-OK into 12th spot at the moment. But we're going to go with a 2-1 win for Watford on this one. Next up, of course, we have Bristol City up against Luton Town at Thrashton Gate coming at you on Tuesday as well. 17 times they played each other since 1993. 4 wins for Bristol City, 8 wins for Luton Town, 5 draws, of course. Bristol City, they're winning 3 of the last 6, 58% form up against a Luton Town side who haven't won the last 5 games. Have they bitten off more than they can chew? Back-to-back defeats for Luton Town heading into this. Last time they played each other over at Thrashton Gate was a 1-1 draw back in September 2021. Luton come to us on the back of a 1-0 loss against Preston. They also lost against Newport County, but they did pick up a point against Burnley on the bloody road. Bristol City pick up a 1-1 draw against Wigan at the DW. That was, of course, last time around. The odds, though, for this one, 20-20 is your host, 12-5 is your draw, 9-5 is your away win. That is Luton Town on this one. Back in Bristol City in this one, again, they've got some really attacking players in that team, and if they are singing and dancing on the same hymn sheet, I do anticipate a comfortable win for them at home. Moving forward, it is Coventry, it's Wigan, but it is postponed. I did go with a 1-0 win for Coventry, but it's not even happening, so we're not even going to go with there. Even though I did put a 1-0 in, it will affect the table when I reveal everything at the end of it. So if it was to go ahead as it stands, but I'm not going to chew on the data, 1-0 win it would have been for Coventry heading into this one. Norwich City up against Huddersfield is coming up soon, but Burnley up against Hull is next. Coming at you at Turdmore, bit of a zinger chicken dinner. Of course, Hull are flying high, of course, second in the table at the moment. Burnley could do with the win for themselves, and mathematically could go as high as second with the win this coming midweek as well. Played each other 20 times in 2005, 12 wins for Burnley, 5 wins for Hull, 3 draws, of course. Burnley, though, just 2 wins. In fact, 50% form for Burnley right now. 1-2 lost, 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6. Hull City coming to just 1 defeat past 4 for them, 58% form for them moving forward as well. Their last time they played each other over at Turdmore was a 1-1 draw back in September 2016. That was back in the Premier League, guys. In fact, it's been back-to-back draws between the two sides, both home and away. The away side has only won once in this game. That's when Burnley beat Hull at the K-Com back in 2015. Hull pick up a 2-1 win over Norwich. Burnley with a 1-0 loss against Watford, of course. They've got all the attacking tricks and ponies, but they couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Will they sign a striker to alleviate that pain? I'm sure it's just a matter of time. 20-11 on is your Burnley, 11-4 is your 6-1 is your away win. That's Hull City. 2-0 win for me for Burnley on this one. They'll get the win. They'll move the chains, and they'll, of course, be right sniffing on our heels once again. Meanwhile, Norwich City up against Huddersfield. Of course, Norwich City are feeling the pinch at the moment. And Dean Smudger Smith, who is a passionate Villa fan. Yes. Is he a passionate Norwich fan? No. So that's it. Danny Schofield, of course, raised his game this past midweek, or sorry, in the weekend, and got himself his first victory in the campaign. Played each other 21 times, these two sides, since 1995. 11 wins for Norwich, 6 wins for Huddersfield, and 4 draws. Just 1 win and 6 though for Norwich right now. 25% form up against the Huddersfield Town side. Just 1 win in 5 for them, 42% form over the last 6. Last time around, though, in Norwich, it was a 2-0 win for Norwich. That was a friendly, but last time they played each other in competitive action was back in April 2021. It was a 7-0 win for Norwich way back when. In fact, Norwich are back-to-back wins over Huddersfield last season, scored 8 goals of that return in those matches. Huddersfield pick up a 3-1 over Stoke. Meanwhile, Norwich did lose 2-1 to Hull City in the league last time. They did beat Birmingham, though, in the Cup to go through to the second round of that. Meanwhile, looking forward on this one, 13-8 on is your Norwich, of course, 13-5 is your 5-1 is your away win here. Back in the 2-1 win for the Canaries on this one to get the season up and running and maybe at the drop zone already. Preston off and against Rotherham, of course, coming at you at Deepdale. That's right, as well, on the 16th. That is a Tuesday. Preston coming to this on the back of a good bit of form right now. Just 1 defeat of the past 6, 67% form for them. Meanwhile, Rotherham, of course, 75% form, winning 3 out of the last 4. They look good right now under Paul Warne, and they'll fancy the chances coming at you on this time around. Last time around, though, in fact, the last 3 games, Rotherham picking up 3 wins on the spin. And all 3 of them have been 2-1 wins, whether at Deepdale or at the New York Stadium. In fact, Rotherham are unbeaten over Preston over the last 5. Stretching all the way back to November 2016. And that's when, of course, Preston picked up their last win against Rotherham over at the New York Stadium. However, of course, Preston coming to us on the back of that 1-0 win over Luton, and Rotherham with a big 4-0 win over Reading. Are Rotherham that good, or are Reading that shit? We'll have to wait and see on this. The odds 11-10 is your Rotherham. That's 11-10 on. They are favoured to win this game. 5-2 is your 3-1 is your long shots. That's, of course, Rotherham on this one. I'm back in the North End here to sneak home a 1-0 win, and again, move the chains, and again, keep up the heat. In an okay start to the season. They're in 7th. They're unbeaten, and again, a win for them. They could actually go 2nd in the table. Absolutely fantastic stuff for them. Meanwhile, Swansea up against Millwall, of course, coming at you in Wales. That's right, of course, much needed result for Swansea. 50% form for them moving forward. 1-2 loss to and drawn to over the last 6. Millwall coming to this just one win the last, actually 2 wins the last 4 for them. 58% form over the last 6. That's right. Of course, last round they're over at Wales. It was a 0-0 draw back in September 2021. Swansea unbeaten against Millwall over the last 5. Pick up 3 wins and a couple of draws. 3 clean sheets on the spin for Swansea against Millwall in all venues and all occasions. Swansea pick up a 1-0 over Blackpool. Of course, big win for them at Bloomfield Road. And Coventry with a big 3-2 loss to Millwall, who of course coming at you with a big win to get their season back on track. Up to 4th in the table right now, Millwall. The odds here, 20-20 is your Swansea, 9-4 is your draw, 90-10 is your Millwall on this one. Swansea are good. I know they get a lot of flack, and of course everyone's, they had a rough start. They'll be there. Once these guys start chipping away, the Obafemi Michaels, or whatever his name is, Michael Obafemi and Perot, once they start scoring goals, they will be hard to stop. So let's enjoy it while it lasts. But 2-1 win for me for Swansea, and again that will send them up to 7 points. And again, knocking on the door already. It is early days. QPR up against Blackpool coming at you at Loftus Road. That'll take place as well on the 16th of August. 14 times they played since 2003. 7 wins for QPR, 2 for Blackpool, 5 draws. Of course, just 1 win in 5 though for QPR right now. 40% form up against the Blackpool side. Just 1 win in 5 for them. 33% form for them moving forward. Last time around, of course, at Loftus Road, it was a 2-1 win for QPR back in February 2022. QPR back-to-back games unbeaten against Blackpool, of course. Just 1 defeat past 6 for them, which was in the Caterpillar Cup back in 2018. Of course, Blackpool with a 2-2 draw against Sunderland at the Stadium Light. Monstrous result for them. And of course, goalkeeper scoring to level up their points on that one. Swansea with a 1-0 win over Blackpool last time around. Back-to-back defeats. In fact, 3 defeats on the spin for Blackpool. Back-to-back goalless affairs for Blackpool heading in, as in the Championship, heading into this. They did score 3 goals against Barrow, but they lost that game as well. Look at the odds on this one then, shall we? 20-20 is your QPR, 5-2 is your 5-2 is your Blackpool, is your bloody matey boy. Ex-Rovers manager, what's his name? It is Michael Appleton, of course. But I think QPR will win this game 2-0 quite handsomely, and again, looking very, very good as well. Stoke up against Middlesbrough in the Tony Pulis derby coming at you on Wednesday, August the 17th. That's right, played 18 times in 1993. 6 wins for Stoke, 8 wins for Middlesbrough, and we've got 4 draws. Of course, just 1 win and 6 for Stoke right now, 17% for up against the Middlesbrough. Just 1 win and 6, 33% for Chris Wilder's boys. How much patience do the Middlesbrough team have here? They are, of course, in 19th spot, yet to get a win up against the Stoke City side, who are up to 16th right now, but a win away from into the top 4 they go. Just 1 win and 6 for Stoke, 70% for not great. Last time I played over at the Bet365 was is it called the Bet365? It is Bet365. It was a 0-0 draw back in December 2021. Stoke haven't beaten Middlesbrough in the last 3 occasions. In fact, they've only scored 1 goal against them over the last 3. They come into this on the back of that 3-1 loss to Huddersfield, and Sheffield United picked up a 2-2 draw against Middlesbrough at the Riverside last time around. The odds though for this game coming at you on Wednesday, 6-4 is your Stoke, 23-10 is your 7-4 is your Middlesbrough. It looks like the bookies have no way to go on this one. I'm going with a 2-1 win for Borough on the road to take the 3 points and again get the season up and running at long last. Meanwhile, the battle of the S's, it's Sheffield United, Sunderland is at Bramall Lane. That's right, these two sides played each other 19 times in 1984. 6 wins for Sheffield United, 10 wins for Sunderland, and we've got 3 draws. Just 1 win in 5 though for Sheffield United right now, 42% form up against a Sunderland side, also 1 win in 6, 42% form for them. However, just 1 defeat at the past 5. They're drawing 3 out of the last 5 games. Absolutely okay form, but they need to turn their draws into wins. Last time around at Bramall Lane was a 3-0 win for Sheffield United back in December 2017. It was on a Boxing Day. What else are we looking at here? Of course, what are we looking at? Sunderland with a big 2-2 draw against QPR, and of course the same scoreline for Sheffield United against Middlesbrough last time around. The odds though for this game is 10-7 on is your Sheffield United, 11-4 is your draw, and 4-1 is your Sunderland on this. Which way is it going to go? Can we tight going to go with a 2-0 win there for Sheffield United at home to take it to the house. Next is the game of the day. It'll be on Wednesday. It's at the Matchday. It is Reading. It is Rovers, and of course we'll have the watch along and extensive coverage of this game. Looking forward, preview, combined 11, speaking with the fans and all that kind of stuff, all coming at you very, very soon. Played each other 20 times in 2006, 7 wins for Reading, 8 wins for Rovers, and we've got 5 draws. Just 1 win and 5 though for Reading right now, 33% form up against the Rovers side who've won 5. No, scrap that, 6 on the bounce, and guess what? Sit pretty at the top of the table. Goodness gracious me. Last round though in Reading, it was a 1-0 win back in March 2022. Paul Ince was at the helm. In fact, the away side's only won once at the last 5. That's when Reading beat Rovers at Ewood. 4-2 it was back in October 2020. Rovers coming to this on the back of that 2-1 win over West Brom. What a tight game that was. Reading, of course, on the back of a 4-0 drubbing by Rotherham on the road as well on this past weekend. The odds for this one, we have Reading 11-5 for the Richie, 13-10 is your Rovers, and 11-5 is your draw. I'm actually going for a Rovers 2-1 win victory on this one. Again, defensive concerns for us. We don't know who's going to be playing, who's going to come through the lines here. Hopefully, it's a lot less cooler for Rovers players to play in this game because they were in the heat this past Sunday. West Brom against Cardiff, of course. They're wrapping it up here on the 17th of August at the Hawthorns. Of course, played each other 16 times since 2003. 5 wins for West Brom, 4 for Cardiff, and 7 draws. Just one defeat in the past 6 games for West Brom. 67% form for them, up against the Cardiff side, who've won 3 of the last 5. 58% form for them moving forward. Last time around at the Hawthorns, it was a 1-1 draw back in January 2022. Goodness gracious me. Of course, West Brom did lose to Rovers last time around. Cardiff with the big one, they win over Birmingham, of course, heading into this game. The odds for this, 13-8 on is your West Brom, 13-5 is Sean, 92 is your Cardiff. I do think West Brom got quality, and I do think they're going to be up there at the end of the season despite their last result. And of course, once they get the strikers firing, just like your Swanseas of the world, I think West Brom will be up there. 2-0 win for them, of course. Who's going to be leading the line? Will it be Grant? Will it be someone else? But who knows? I know they'll have enough in the tank at the Hawthorns. 2-0 for them to take it to the house. And if I'm right, which I probably hope so, Rovers will be 12 points at the top of the table, 2 points clear of a high-flying, in-demand, in-charge, steamrolling Watford, of course, who will eventually top the table very, very soon. Preston will be up to 3rd as well. And of course, we'll be 4 points clear of a 3rd at the moment. So let's hope that can continue and give Rovers a bit of a gap between themselves and the chasing pack. That is it, guys. That is all I've got for you on this. Be sure to get your own prediction in as well using the Super Brew. It is live. Cutley Forshas EFL Championship is free as well. And we'll be back next time around for, I think we'll be back on Thursday morning for the next round of matches because the games come thick and fast. There's no rest for the wicked. Double match week pretty much every week for the next few weeks anyway. Make sure you smash your subscribe, smash the thumbs up, smash the little bell, boys and girls. We'll be back, of course, for more action. But until then, we're done.